6 o'clock on the dot Mountain Time. So get ready to get excited and let's celebrate. So I got my pom-poms ready. And so we'll get started with some announcement. And well, you all know today is the first Monday of February. We call it the Love Month. It is, as Mary Kay say, it's Fuel Up February. Every Monday give us a little slogan. So Fuel Up February, and it's a great month to really increase your bookings, your sales, and your sharing of the opportunity. Because where would any of us be had we had someone not shared this an amazing opportunity? So it's a great time, ladies, to pass it on. Spring products in motion this month. You have seen it all over on your pages. We have lip glosses. We have the two bronzes available. We have the new amazing mask. I've been hearing so many wonderful things about a mask. So there's a lot of good reviews. So definitely, PCP, you can order under 10, everybody else under 15, and also Star Consultants, which brings me right to Star Consultant. It is February 1st. That means everyone, and I mean everyone, should be on target for Star Consultant. And make it a commitment, make it a must be that you finish your STAR on March 15. Once you make STAR a non-negotiable goal and you make that decision, you will never go back. Judy Roman, I'm going to remember something you said a long time ago. The disciplined person is a free person. You said that when I was a brand new director, and I've always remembered that. So, so that it's really, you make that decision and you go with it. I think if you look at all the directors and the top consultants, we have been stars probably over 100 times, and it's well worth. I love the new program that we can accumulate now points. I have bought presents for my kids for their Christmas, birthdays, and I still have over 100,000 points that I can shop.
Wow.
I know, it's exciting because we get all these perks. So yay, everybody in the screen commit to being a star. Okay, Correct Conference is right around the corner. That means the beginning of February, you'll hear from your directors to register for Correct Conference. Everything we do in February does make a difference for where we land in the Correct Conference stage. For yourself, most of all, and for as a unit where we rank. So everybody contributing does make a difference to that. Mary Kay Foundation, they turned 30 years old this month. So that's amazing. 30 years old. They have been changing the lives of women around the globe. I mean, how special is that? One of the things that I shared every appointment is the Mary Kay Ash Foundation, because I let people know that for most foundations out there, there are very few that actually goes to the cause, and the really, really, really good ones, only 50% goes to the cause. And in Mary Kay, we know 90%, 97% goes to the cause. And I tell people, you can go to your local universities and your domestic shelters, and you can see where Mary Kay money goes. It's the most transparent foundation out there. So it's a big deal that when women support from a lipstick to any part of the business, they are supporting, helping women around the globe. So that is amazing. Rise and Radiate. Hopefully, everybody has completed their January Rise and Radiate. And if you have done that, give us a wave. Congratulations to Rise and Radiate. And that is getting you $600 in every month, which equals Star Consultants. Okay. Also for Rise and Radiate, you all know it's either a 4 month, 5 month, or 6 month that you should be focusing on. Right now, if you already did January, then I would say it is non-negotiable again to finish all the way until June 30th. If you missed January, then you should be looking minimally at the 5 months consistently. And we're not even going to talk about 4 months because that's just standard recognition. So aim high, ladies, stretch. This is a month to stretch. It is the final month for our bingo. Anybody working on the bingo? Anybody excited about it? Yeah, that's awesome. So those are the quick announcement, but you all know everything is on In Touch, and make it a habit of every day you get on your In Touch to see the news, what's the latest, what's happening out there. So that is all I have for recognition. I mean, for announcement, we're going to go straight into recognition. So first of all, get your pom-poms because we are going to celebrate all the women who actually sent in a weekly accomplishment sheet. Sherry Rice, give it up, girl. Patty Lovejoy, Michelle KU, Marianne Lemastus, Lisa Schreck, Jenny Mitchell, Stephanie King, Becky Osborne, and Peggy Richmond. Thank you, ladies, for doing what you so need to do to keep your tracking in order. Okay, facials. We are going to go with Sherry Rice, 5 faces. Way to go, girl. $357. And I'll come back and have you all unmute and talk. Patty Lovejoy, 2 guests, $65 and 1 miracle set. Awesome. Becky Osborne, 1 guest, $116.61. Peggy Richmond, 1 guest and $116. So I'm thinking that's a miracle set. All right, we're going to move into parties now. You know, parties are a big deal. Parties, Jen Mitchell, 3 guests, $251. Way to go, Jen. Okay, we have Becky Osborne, 4 guests, $376.25. Woohoo! Okay, we're moving along to 300 weeks. Sherry Rice, give it up for Sherry, $740. Way, that is amazing, Sherry. Patty Lovejoy, $662. Michelle KU, $541. Oh my unit, you make me proud. Marianne Lamassus, $420.
Yay.
And Streck, $330. Okay, so we're going to hear from the top 3 in sales, starting with that. So Michelle, you did $541. So tell us what you did, girl. What happened?
Well, I had a color appointment, which she bought every single thing I put on her face, which was amazing. She bought it, so it was we did an entire palette on her eyes and fixed her all up and stuff. She loved it. And then just a couple reorders, a big reorder. One of my main customers that orders, about $300 every month from me. So that was it.
Well, I am so proud of you, friend. All right, Patty Lovejoy, $662. Tell us what happened, girlfriend.
So that was started out Sunday with the double facial that I had. And then throughout the week, I had reorders. And as I said earlier, the gal from November came back and bought the miracle set. And I got, eye cream and what else? Foundation on her as well. So that was over 200. I have a wonderful customer that's been with me almost since day one. So by the way, 34 years as of last Friday. Yay.
Wow. Wow.
And she's been my customer almost that long. And every 4 months, she probably does sometimes $300 in sales. So yeah, so it was a blessing of a week. And so by Wednesday, I was at $500 and then blew past that by Saturday night to get to 662. So love it.
You're directed. Very proud of you, my dear.
Thank you.
Sherry Rice, girlfriend, you are the queen of sales this week. $740. You get 2 pom-poms. Woohoo! Tell us. I know you're excited for me.
Hi, ladies.
Activities.
Yeah. So I had 5 faces.
Nice.
So I had 2 ladies. A lady that I've been knowing, we went to school together in 2012. So I actually reached back out to her to see if she wanted to try some of the new products. And she said that she did want to try some of the new products. But little did I know, she didn't even want to try the product. She just wanted to get on Zoom and see what we had. So I ended up showing her and a friend what we had. but she wanted something because she's 50 and over, and she wanted something because she felt like her skin was, some damaged. So I ended up showing her the Time Wise repair set, and she ended up purchasing the Time Wise repair set. And her friend didn't get anything at the time, but she got the Time Wise repair set. And then I did three ladies, which was a mama, a daughter, and an aunt, and ended up doing actually faces with them, and ended up selling one miracle set, and then the other ladies bought a couple of little things. So that's where my $357 came from. And then I had a bunch of reorders that ended up being the $300, I believe, or something. Let me see, I got it written down here.
You're muted, Sherry.
Oh, that was my fault. Sorry. Where'd she go? There she is. Whoop.
Oh,
She has to unmute.
you
Sherry,
have to.
I am so sorry. I accidentally hit your button.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. So three times a charm. So
Congratulations.
thank you. So yeah, so just showing the products and putting products on faces, and just reaching out to people, because I hadn't talked to Tangela in years, and I just happened to reach out to her to see what she was doing, how she was doing, and she wanted to hook up and see the product. So I got her package in the mail today.
Awesome. Sherry, I just want to say, you are out there with just like the Energizer Bunny. Everywhere you go, you have that smile, you have that energy. I know numbers are important, but energy is just as important in
Yeah.
really attracting the right people in your circle. And you do a great job in that. You consistently, week out, week in, week out, you are consistently in the top three. So congratulations. Pretend you have that crown on your head right now, because
Thank
I can
you.
see you going far places. So Sherry, Patty, Michelle, congratulations. Lisa, I just saw you came on. You did a $300 week plus 330. So congratulations. And Marianne Lamaska
Lisa.
did $420. Do you want to give? No? No, Marianne? Okay.
It was 320 instead of 420. I don't know where the 4 came from, but it was one friend who needed some change. She talked to me about changes in her skin, and so she got some products like the Barrier Restore, and we switched her eye cream back to the Mary Kay instead of the Time Wise Repair one, because she needed more moisturizer. And so just things like that. I reached out and talked to some people. I didn't talk to as many people as I had wanted to, but I talked to 15 people this week. And so that helped me talk to different people I hadn't talked to in a while.
Marianne, that is amazing. 15 faces, you said? Way to go.
15 contacts.
Well, that's still amazing. So way to go. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Marianne, Marianne,
Yes.
Go
Yes.
ahead.
Marianne, did you?
Lost you. What'd you say?
I asked if you called them on the phone, or did you text, or how did you contact them?
I called them. We had a lot of snow here, and so I called them.
All right.
Yeah, we had about 8 inches of snow and lots of ice. So it was a good week to call.
Yes, yes, for sure. Congratulations again, Marianne.
Thank
Lisa, you did over 300. Do you want to say quickly any highlights from a 300 plus week?
Sure, I can do that. Hi, everybody. So one of the things I did was reached out to people, and I'd say probably 15 people just by text message, and mentioned that with Valentine's Day coming up, I could do, a bundle, basically anything they wanted, but make something special for Valentine's. And so I did have one sale for that. And then I had two different customers contact me um, and want to order, which was nice. One of them is a gal who was going to possibly join my team. She just had some personal things come up and she's taking kind of a hiatus for a little while here, but she placed a pretty big order. So that was mainly it.
Yay, awesome. Thanks for sharing. Last but not least, Becky Osmond, are you on? Because you had a great sales also in a facial. Is Becky on? No?
He
Okay.
is not.
Okay. All right, Donna, take it away, my friend. We can do
Oh,
a boss
okay.
babe. Unless I'm missing something, you can
No,
tell me.
I think you did great. Okay, it's tonight is our third Boss Babe call, and it is Kristen Sharp, and she's always great. So let me do my share screen and help, give me a thumbs up or something if you can hear when I get it done. Okay, so got to get the sound. I think it should work just great. Is are you seeing her screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, things are slow. My goodness. My mouse is not even moving hardly. Do you see her at all?
No?
No.
Okay, what are you seeing on the screen?
Black.
Black. Let me try again. Hmm.
Gallery. So
You what?
I see the gallery. So it depends on which view you're on, but
It just says you have started sharing your screen and that's it.
It's the circle thing, that the dreaded circle.
I know.
Things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says we're seeing your screen.
Hmm.
I tried to order Confidently You today, and they're out of stock.
No.
Donna, we're just back to where we were, honey.
Did anyone else love the lavender and coconut body mist
Yes.
spray? I really, really loved that. And I don't think we can get it anymore.
Are we out?
Well, I believe it was limited edition. I was just really hoping they would keep it because I really enjoyed that.
I have a lot of that in my yoga studio and everybody loves it.
Yes, I know. I tried to stock up a little bit.
Send me a text. I got a couple of them if you want them.
Okay, good to know.
And I also think I probably got a Confidently You, Judy.
Yeah, well, you don't want to really mail it in the freezing cold weather because it
Yeah.
affects the fragrance. So
You're right.
I
Judy,
did
if you need
discover
it,
though.
I will drive it to you, Judy, my friend. I will drive you.
Oh, oh,
I'm trying to see if I have it on my files, but I don't know. And another note, I know Jessica is looking for time-wise body bars if anybody has extras.
Mm.
Such a great product.
I have a bunch. I'll get a hold of her.
Who
Let
said
her
that?
know I have some.
Oh, you have
Michelle,
some?
I have
Okay,
a ton.
okay. Anything we can do, Donna? Are we?
I think Donna went away.
Oops,
That's what I do, just run away when
not
it doesn't
there.
work.
She's like, heck,
Darn. I was going to see if she could even send it to one of us and we could try it, you know? If
No,
that would
don't
work,
send it
but
to me.
right, yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Well, this is a little crazy.
I know, I can bring it up on my phone. Okay.
She's back. There she is.
Oh
She's back.
my goodness, we had
You
technological
disappeared.
issues here. We had to totally reboot. And I don't know if you guys heard me, but before I left, and you may not have heard me because I was so locked up. But I said, Judy, can you just have a training? Did you guys hear that?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay,
We
well,
were
I'm sorry. I hope you guys did. But let's see if we can try it again. Oh my goodness sakes, I'm so sorry. All right, got to share the screen again. Can you see my screen now?
Yes,
All right,
Kristen.
here we go. Make sure, give me a thumbs up if you can hear.
So, have you ever had a moment where something inside you just knew it's time? Not someday, not when everything feels perfect, but now. Well, hi, I'm Kristen Sharp, National Sales Director, and I've had several of those it's time moments in my life, and every single one of them changed the direction of my future. You know, I've been in Mary Kay for 19 years now, but my Mary Kay story began long before I ever ordered my own starter kit. It actually started 39 years ago when my mom made the decision to become a Mary Kay beauty consultant. At the time, I was 5 years old and my brother Scott was 2. And my mom originally joined to earn extra money so she could put me in piano and dance lessons. But not too long after she started her business, she became a single parent. And Mary Kay became our livelihood. If my mom didn't work, we didn't eat. If she didn't hold parties and appointments, we didn't have food, clothing, or a roof over our head. So she was extremely motivated to work. So when people talk about their motivation or their why, I understand it deeply. You know, my mom didn't start her Mary Kay business because it was convenient. She started because she realized it was time. Time to provide, time to take responsibility for our future, and time to build something that gave her control. Now looking back, I know it wasn't easy. She had disappointments, she had discouragement, she had seasons where things didn't go her way, just like all of us. But I am so grateful that I got to watch how she handled those moments, because her career didn't just provide for me and my brother, it shaped who we became. Mary Kay wasn't just my mom's job, it was our family business. And we worked with her, we helped her. And even at 5 years old, I had responsibilities. My first job was to label all the products, and I did an exceptional job. And as I got older, my responsibilities grew. And, you know, we always had a goal poster hanging right next to my mom's goal poster. And we even had quarterly prizes that we were working toward right alongside her. When my mom was working for her first Mary Kay career car, I was working for a hot pink scooter, and my brother Scott was working for a Fisher-Price bubble blowing lawnmower. I'll never forget. And our first job was simple. It was to go to the babysitter and don't cry. In fact, We got paid $1 every time we went to the babysitter while my mom held a Mary Kay appointment. We tracked it in our little gold jar and we would fill in a thermometer with every dollar. So even at a young age, I understood something important. This wasn't just a job. This is what happens when someone decides it's time to go all in. You see, our family Mary Kay business paid for traveling sports teams for me and my brother, our first cars. It allowed us to graduate college debt-free. And even though I grew up watching the success that my mom had in Mary Kay, and I was blessed to have grown up pink, like I call it, I wasn't sure that Mary Kay was for me. So after college, I went after what I thought was my dream job, to work for the New York Times bestselling author and leadership speaker, John C. Maxwell. Maybe you know him. Well, I love leadership. I grew up listening to his CDs in Mom's pink Cadillac. Yeah, I said CDs. I think before that it was tapes, like cassette tapes. But I called John's office 75 times and I got 74 no's until I finally landed a job at his office. And what I realized later is this: I didn't take the rejection personally. I understood that each no wasn't about me. It was just part of the process. And I understand now why I could respond in that way. I had already watched this before. I had watched my mom hear no in her Mary Kay career over and over again. I watched her build from the ground up, party after party, goal by goal, all the way to national sales director. I had seen firsthand that no wasn't the end of the story. It was just part of the process. So when I was calling John Maxwell's office and hearing no again and again and again, I actually wasn't discouraged. I was actually conditioned to keep showing up, conditioned to stay professional, conditioned to trust that consistency eventually leads to a yes. And without even realizing it at the time, I was developing one of the most important skills I would ever use in my own Mary Kay business: the ability to keep moving forward without letting no stop you. So at 23 years old, I moved across the country from Washington State, the one by Oregon, to Atlanta, Georgia, to work for John Maxwell. I didn't know a soul. I actually found a roommate online. I bought a car over the phone, and none of those were like normal at this time, okay? I loved working for John. I learned so much, but my schedule was brutal. I traveled 5 to 6 days a week. I was rarely home. I was eating off like the dollar menu. And looking back, I'm grateful. I'm actually grateful that I got tired of staying in hotel rooms. I'm grateful that I got discouraged. I am grateful that I was broke, living paycheck to paycheck, because discomfort
Uh-oh.
Well, you know, one of the things we can do as directors, we can send you Kristen Sharp's video or YouTube so you can watch it, so you're not gonna miss out. So I can actually see if I can post it in
The documents.
the actual YouTube for Kristen Sharp. I think everybody has it, so you really should have access to Kristen Sharp if you just page down to third week, I think. Do you all know what I'm talking about? The Boss Babe series, they all have the video, so you can actually watch that on your own. We just make it convenient because I know sometimes we don't always take the time to do it step by step, even as directors. So it's been very helpful.
Donna, are you still on? She's gone again. My goodness.
I know.
One of the other things I'll tell you that I found out is when I try to order the Confidently You on my, when you go in, I was putting the order in. It wasn't showing.
Judy, you're frozen. Is it just to me or?
No, she froze
No.
on me also.
I noticed that too, and I was wondering what she's going to say about the ordering.
Daggone it. I wanted to know what she was saying.
I know.
Oh, Good old technology, right? Just tells you, this shows us that when we go to a facial or party and sometimes things just get messed up, to just roll with it and make the best out of it because it
Yes.
happens.
Absolutely.
One of the things that Kristen said that stood out to me so far was just we hear it again and again, but it doesn't hurt to keep hearing it. Is just the decision that when you decide
Mm-hmm.
that
Yep.
you want to make it happen.
Yep, for sure. Decision is a big one. We were talking about that earlier as we started the meeting, Lisa, about that whole decision.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, and the people ask, well, when did you achieve directorship or when you did another goal is when you decided. When you decided to do that was the first thing that actually made that happen. So it's just us, ladies. So let's figure out February. That's it. It is February. It is a short month, but we have actually 4 Mondays in February. So get excited. We have 4 Mondays to celebrate and recognize each other for our sales. So, with that being said, does anybody want to share anything they're doing special for the month of February that the rest of the group can actually benefit from?
Well, I set to do these sweetheart bundles, is what I was calling them, but I was kind of debating on what price to make them, and so I ended up just, being like, you can kind of put in the bundle what you want. It can be a color bundle or a skincare bundle, and then I'll put it in something cute, and I can even deliver it before Valentine's Day. So
Okay.
that's one thing.
Yes. That's awesome. Becky, did you just came on or were you there and I missed you?
Nope, I just came on. I just came on.
Okay. Do you have any great things to share about your week? You did over
Yep. That's why I was in another meeting because we're doing a beauty bar, and then I'm going to do one. Jessica and I are doing one on the 14th for Valentine's Day. So, beauty bars. So Galentine's, invite everybody and have them come try the new colors and skincare, of course, first. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
I love
I'm doing
that.
2 different ones. So,
Yeah. Judy, what happened? We wanted the rest of the story.
Oh, my screen just went blank. I had to go back and re-sign in.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know what's going on.
Well,
And
you were
I
talking
don't
about your
remember
order.
where was I in the story?
You were talking about
Just about
when you
ordering.
order confidently you something.
Yeah, I gave up. I mean, I was happy to know that was out of stock, but I don't deal well when things go awry on the computer, so.
Well,
But Kristen was sounding really good. Did Donna ever come back?
no, she did not.
Mm-mm.
So I figured, we can use the next 10, 15 minutes to do a little training. Judy, you can go first. I can go second.
Can I say something first, Judy? I have a confidential you, and I will bring it to you. We'll set up a time.
Oh,
That's fine. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
second
You're
off.
welcome.
Training. I just wasn't prepared to have, what does somebody want to know? What do they want to learn?
Let's get some more Valentine's Day options. I'm going to do a roll-up bag and do it Valentine's Day themed because I sold one at Christmas and it was very well received by the person who received it. So I'm going to put something together Valentine's Day-ish. Is there anything else like that we could look at doing?
Oh, let's hear what everybody else has to say about that. Nobody has anything to say. Joyce?
I can say something. Oh,
Go, Sherry.
Go ahead,
okay.
Sherry.
Hey, I was just going to say that I am just challenging myself to get on and do on my VIP page. I'm just going to show some different products every day and talk about them. And just let them know, what's available for Valentine's Day. I'm not doing the baskets this year because I just don't have time to do it. The time has snuck up on me so fast. So I'm just going to actually get on my page and just talk about and show off some of our amazing products. And, maybe just do some, show them me doing my face, and just talk about those products because, like I said, the time is snuck up. And I usually do a Galentine party, virtual party if it's not in person, but I just don't have time to get the packets and stuff out right now. So I do have a couple of things set up before Valentine's Day, but y'all know working the full-time job too. And then it's our renewal season and I'll be working late. Instead of getting off at 5:30, it'll probably be 6:30. So, just not having the time to do a whole lot, but I must keep pushing through and doing something.
How about a Valentine look?
A Valentine look.
I've been seeing a lot of those. Heather
That's
Daniels
cute.
Kent did one today. So
I
that was
like
kind of fun.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's a great idea. I
Yeah,
did.
it is.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go. No,
Oh, I
you go
think
ahead.
no, you were going to talk the last
Come
time.
on,
Go right
Joyce,
ahead.
let's hear from you.
Sorry,
have-
Miss Joyce.
Hi, I have taken anything you have left over from Christmas or like the satin hands, especially satin hands, put them in Valentine's bags. You can get them at the dollar store. And actually, I put them in a basket and I went to the firehouses and put candy in it, the basket, the little bags. Didn't spend a lot of money, but the firemen really like it.
Great.
Love that.
Now,
Okay.
if I'm going to do it this year, I'm not sure. February is a hard month for me. What I'm coming up on and what I've gone through recently, it's my anniversary and Valentine's Day, so it's
Yeah.
it's going to be a little hard if I do it this year. So we'll
Yeah.
see how I handle next week or the following week. So
Yeah.
You'll do great. You'll do great. When you have something to do, takes your mind off the other things and it works better.
that's what I'm finding. That's like I'm trying to get out there and do some work and not
Right.
think about my loss. So
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Joyce.
Sorry
Oh.
for your loss.
thank you. But that's
Yes.
not why I said that. It's just that's what I usually do because I'm telling you, the firemen just eat it up.
Yeah.
Is it the full size satin hand set?
Yeah, I'll take the full size.
The
Yeah.
full
And
size.
I'll even take the little ones, and do, just not, I don't charge a lot for them. I'll make the little one we can buy even, and they'll even like that. And if you have any colognes, they love the colognes. So you just go in there and ask them, have you gotten anything for your significant other? And the younger ones are really, really excited. So,
Okay, so you sold things, you just showed up there and then they bought them on the spot?
yep. And I've
Ah.
even I've been in there showing them my basket and they had a fire call. They asked me to leave, but then asked me to come back as soon as, within an hour. And I did. And I made a good sell.
So you
And
know
I've
what I
done
was
it.
picturing? Oh, go ahead.
I've even done it at Christmas time with a couple other Mary Kay ladies, and we had so much fun. We went clear across this city, so it was fun.
That's neat. I was
Nice.
picturing the firemen in there in the bathrooms using the satin hands going, this stuff's really soft.
I didn't think to do that. That probably would have worked.
Okay.
Next
Donna,
time I'll
what's the
try that.
latest?
Pardon?
What's the latest, Donna?
Well, did you hear her talking when she wasn't moving?
Yes.
Okay, so all of a sudden then she quit talking. And then I realized you guys weren't moving. And so I thought, oh, and so I am now on a different computer. My other computer, I'll show you if you can see the blue screen of death over there. So I'm not quite sure. It's actually a pretty brand new computer, so I don't know what's going on. I can start it again if you want, or I can, You want me to do that?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me find the other mouse. It's this one. And we will, oh, you know what? Oh, share. I'm not logged in as the host now. So we'll see if we can do this. Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
There
And
we go.
let me know if you can hear it okay, because I didn't mark anything. We'll find where we're at.
No sound yet.
No
No
sound.
sound? Okay.
No sound.
No sound. Okay, then let me stop it. Stop the screen share. I have to do it again. Okay. All right, share. It looks different over here on this other, because I think I'm not logged in. Okay, share sound. There we go.
And what I realized later is this. I didn't take the rejection personally. I understood that each no wasn't about me. It was just part of the process. And I understand now why I could respond in that way. I had already watched this before. I had watched my mom hear no in her Mary Kay career over and over again. I watched her build from the ground up, party after party, goal by goal, all the way to national sales director. I had seen firsthand that no wasn't the end of the story, it was just part of the process. So when I was calling John Maxwell's office and hearing no again and again and again, I actually wasn't discouraged. I was actually conditioned to keep showing up, conditioned to stay professional, conditioned to trust that consistency eventually leads to a yes. And without even realizing it at the time, I was developing one of the most important skills I would ever use in my own Mary Kay business. The ability to keep moving forward without letting no stop you. So at 23 years old, I moved across the country from Washington State, the one by Oregon, to Atlanta, Georgia, to work for John Maxwell. I didn't know a soul. I actually found a roommate online. I bought a car over the phone, and none of those were like normal at this time, okay? I loved working for John. I learned so much, but my schedule was brutal. I traveled 5 to 6 days a week. I was rarely home. I was eating off like the dollar menu. And looking back, I'm grateful. I'm actually grateful that I got tired of staying in hotel rooms. I'm grateful that I got discouraged. I'm grateful that I was broke, living paycheck to paycheck, because discomfort has a way of pointing you to truth. It forced me to ask better questions of myself. Like, what do I want my life to look like? And what really matters to me? And that's when I realized it was time. Mary Kay had everything that I was looking for, and I could finally see myself in this business. So I called my mom and I told her that I was ready to order my starter kit. I'll never forget it. There was this like complete silence on the phone. I'm like, Mom, are you there? And after a long pause, she said, well, that sounds like a great idea, honey. So on June 1st, 2006, I became a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And the very first thing my mom told me to do was to hold a perfect start. She said, book 8 parties to hold at least 5, a perfect start. She told me that skincare parties were the answer to any question I had about the business. Now, in the beginning, I was actually totally against skincare parties. And to be transparent, I actually felt like I was above them. I had just worked for a New York Times bestselling author, and I thought I was going to come into Mary Kay and find like this new and better way of doing things. Well, when I started, my mom still lived across the country from me in Washington State, a 9-hour plane ride. And there was no like virtual new consultant training. There wasn't Zoom. There wasn't like FaceTime like we have today. And she told me, Kristen, book 8 to hold 5. That was like new consultant training. And well, I wanted to prove her wrong, like any daughter, right? My plan was to do parties just long enough to show her that there was a better, more profitable, faster way to build. Well, 19 years later, oh boy, turns out out. Oh my gosh, Mary Kay, Ash, and Mom were right. And I figured it out in the beginning that they were right. And this brings me back to my very first party, you guys. My hostess's name was Barbara, and I was pre-profiling the guest for her party. I realized that every single woman coming had bronze skin, and clearly I do not. And I had zero experience with bronze foundations, like no consultant training on that. So I called my mom in a panic saying, okay, Mom, what do I do? And she said, pull out all the bronze foundations and just put them on your face so you can understand the undertones. So literally I had them all slathered on my face and I still did not understand the undertones. Like there was no CC creams, okay? This was a little bit more intense. And of course the party started and we got to the foundation section and I looked around the room and I was like, oh my gosh, everyone is orange, like really orange. And they knew it wasn't the right color. I was frustrated. I was embarrassed. I was so uncomfortable that I didn't even do a table close. I didn't even share the opportunity. I was like, get me out of here. I just want this to be over. And they were saying, oh yeah, that's not the right color. Oh yeah, that's not the right color. And then Barbara walked up to me and she said, Kristen, I want to join Mary Kay. And I said, you do? And she said, yeah. You don't even know what you're doing and you're not even giving people the right foundation shade and people are still buying products. Look at how much people are buying. I can totally do this, Kristen. Now, I didn't know if I should laugh or cry in that moment, but I learned one of the most important lessons of my career that day. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to jump in. And sometimes not having it all figured out is exactly what allows someone else to see themselves doing this. Barbara ended up being on my team for over 17 years, and she taught me how to find bronze foundations. She also showed me the importance of diversifying my team. But more importantly, she taught me that finding people that are skilled in areas you are not is not a threat. It's actually key to your success. And this is exactly why this season and this Kit and Commit challenge is so perfectly timed. From the very beginning, Mary Kay Ash designed this business to be built through skincare parties. The original intention was to book 8 and hold 5 within a 2-week period. Why? Because momentum matters. When parties are closer together, confidence builds faster. Skills sharpen quicker. Results compound. So when you're watching this and saying, yes, it's time, I'm ready to go all in, I want to encourage you to think beyond just one perfect start. Doing this Kit and Commit promotion, you have the opportunity to do multiple perfect starts. Not just 1, not 2, 3, or even, gosh, you could do 4 or more now through February 15th. Yes, there's recognition. Yes, there's the opportunity to earn a call with legendary National Sales Director Emeriti Linda Tupin and Pam Shaw. But more importantly, this is how top achievers are created. Now, before I close, I want to say this clearly because I understand. When I joined Mary Kay, my mom had already booked or recruited just about every friend or family member like we had. And there wasn't this big list waiting for me to contact. So if you're thinking, oh, I just don't have the friends or family to book, or Kristen, I don't know where to start, I want you to hear me. You are not behind. You just have to build momentum a little differently. So here's the math. A leads are people you already have a strong relationship with, and know that A leads book at about an 80% rate. Now there's also B leads. Now these are friends of friends or referrals from A leads, and they book between a 40 to 60% rate. And then there are C leads. These are cold leads, facial box leads, random warm chats, vendor booths, people you don't even know yet. And they book closer to a 20% rate. And with technology, that percentage can actually go down. Now, how did I figure this out? I tracked it. And a tracked number grows. So all leads are not created equal. And what I have found is that many consultants have been spending a lot of time trying to book C leads with a 20% booking rate. And only focusing on C leads can be time consuming and discouraging if you're not dealing with a large volume of leads. So understand the math. You can't expect C leads to perform like A leads without adjusting the volume. So once you understand that, the emotion comes out of it. Also know that even when you're at parties that are well coached, not all of them are going to hold. And that's not failure. That's just real life. That's why Mary Kay said, book 8 to hold 5. People reschedule, dentist appointments, hair appointments move. So the goal isn't perfection. The goal is to get good at the skincare party. So I want to encourage you to dust off your starter kit and move into action. Sit down and make your lead list, starting with A and then B and then C. And if you don't have enough, talk to your sales director about how to get more leads. Get masterful at booking from your bookings, because momentum doesn't come from waiting until you feel ready. Momentum comes from moving while you're learning. So if you've been waiting, overthinking, telling yourself you need more time, this is your moment. But more importantly, this is how top achievers are created. Looking back, the most strategic thing I ever did was fully jumping into the skincare party and committing to mastering it. Because everything I wanted from this business came from parties. Confidence, customers, team membership, directorship, cars, the million, national sales director. And the more parties I held, especially when I held them closer together, the faster I moved up the career path. Momentum doesn't come from doing one party really well. Momentum comes from doing many parties consistently. And some of you watching this today, you're standing at that same decision point. You've been thinking about the next step, the next goal, the next thing you keep circling. And if it keeps coming back to your heart, that's not random. That's clarity. And clarity is God's way of whispering, it's time. It's time. Time to decide, time to commit, time to move. It's your time, and you can do it.
Okay.
Yay.
Let me see if I can make rooms, because if I'm not logged in as now, Centra, I made you a co-host before I bailed. Are you still a host? Can you make rooms?
Let's see. Um,
And if not, we just may not have rooms tonight.
I've not done this before, and since we have about 5 minutes left, I think we can probably all stay in the big room and wrap this up.
Okay.
So, any input, any takeaways from what Kristen said, guys? I love everything that she said. About John Maxwell, what a great, everything we do in Mary Kay, it has really trained us for the next step, in just not Mary Kay, in life. Because we are here and we stay strong because of all this amazing training. There's not a company like Mary Kay, I can tell you that much. We're very unique and we're very special, godly driven woman. So with that being said, any takeaways? I would love to hear that.
I thought listening to her was awesome, and it really spoke to my heart today, all day. So I guess I'm on time. It's my time.
Yes, love
Good
that.
for you.
Thank you, Joyce. Anybody else?
Centra, I was
just
gonna say, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I loved what she said about just becoming a master booker, just learning how to book. If you're ready to build your team, you need to become a master booker. And that simply means to keep booking,
Absolutely. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sherry. That's good.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else?
I would just say that booking shows, parties from a party is the most vital thing and the easiest thing to do and the best leads to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Judy always taught me, I think if I recall, that it's more important to have new bookings from that party than even what the total is on the sales.
True.
Mm-hmm. And I've shared with my unit in one of our director classes from Million Dollar Director Deborah Bailey. She talked about everything starts with action, creates motivation, and motivation creates momentum. And she said, it's just the law of physics. And to me, that was simple. It's a law of physics. That's the way it works. Everything starts with action. So I want to encourage you guys to get into action mode, set a goal for February. It's a short month, but really it isn't, because we have 4 Mondays in this month. A lot can happen. Whatever you believe is what you're going to make happen. Be careful what thoughts you put in your mind, because that is so important. Because somebody will come and join Mary Kay the 15th of February and probably do 30 faces. We've seen it all happen, and the busier you are, the better use of time. Because I know how busy I am, and I have big goals for the rest of the month. So I would say just have a goal. Have a goal, because everything starts with that. Get into action. You will be motivated and you will create momentum. And
Hallelujah.
yes. So anyway, have an amazing rest of the week. We'll see you next week.
And thank
Right.
everybody for being on.
And
Yes.
Thank
sorry
you.
for all the glitches.
All good. It's,
Thank you.
all learn.
Donna, we appreciate you, my darling, more than you will ever know.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
That
Aw.
is so true, Donna.
Yes.
I
Bye.
want everything to be perfect, and it's not always that way.
It's okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
ladies.
Have a
Bye.
good
Bye-bye.
night.
Thank
Bye.
you.